Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I declare this congregation open for the conferment of university degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Greenway. I'm privileged to be Vice-Chancellor of our university, and it's my pleasure to be here today to preside at this ceremony. And pleasure it is. This is one of these rare occasions when we've got a congregation as large as this, and everybody is here for a single purpose. And that purpose is to celebrate your accomplishments and to celebrate the award of your degrees, diplomas, and certificates. It is a ceremony, it's a formal ceremony. I think that's right. We should mark what you have achieved with a degree of formality, but of course it's also a celebration. And you, our new graduates, soon to be graduates, have a special responsibility today, not only to make sure that you celebrate your accomplishments, but that all of your friends and families and supporters who are here today actually enjoy the day just as much as you do, because it's a celebration for them also. Today we've got 4 schools from the Faculty of Social Sciences, our Business School, the School of Contemporary Chinese Studies, School of Geography, and School of Sociology and Social Policy, and a mix of undergraduate and postgraduate awards. Universities these days are really major engines of economic vitality, drivers of social change, and I could give you all kinds of data to evidence that assertion that I've just made, but I'd rather focus on what fundamentally I think a university like this is all about. What fundamentally it's all about is transformation. It's an environment where individuals are transformed. It's an environment where communities can be transformed. And it's an environment that ultimately can contribute to societies being transformed. If you think of yourselves and think of the past years you've spent here, think of the enrichment that's taken place, think of the life skills that you have developed, many of those in the classrooms, in the laboratories, but actually many through interaction with each other in what's a phenomenally diverse, culturally, ethnically, environment. And then we can change communities because of what you go out there and do. You go out and work in business, public services, education, health services. You've got the opportunity to change communities. And if you can change individuals, they can change communities. And if you can change communities, you can ultimately change societies. And then because we're a research-intensive university, there's this additional layer that comes from the creation of new knowledge and its application, fundamental research and its translation. And these days, a lot of the grand challenges that your generation face and will have to tackle, you can instinctively think that they're challenges for science, for technology, for medicine. How to deal with an aging population in this part of the world, how to deal with a rapidly growing and young population in other parts of the world, how to deal with global food security when the global population is burgeoning the way it is, or energy security, how we manage the digital economy, how we manage big data. Actually, all of those will only really make sense of, make progress with, if we've got really powerful insights from social scientific research. There's never been a better time for social scientific research. You can't sensibly think about global food security without involving geographers and their expertise on land use, without involving economists, without involving social policy experts. You can't make sense of it without social scientific research. So today, take a moment just to reflect on your own transformation. It might be while you're waiting to come up onto this platform. And as you go forward, some of you will know exactly what you're going to do over the next few years, but I can tell you, you won't know what you're going to be doing in 10 years' time or 15 years' time, given the change that we face as a consequence of new technology, as a consequence of demography, as a consequence of globalization. And that will mean that the one constant, as it were, as your lives develop and your careers develop, is change. That's the one constant. More and more rapid change. And you've got, I think, to have the courage to be a leader in a world of change so that you can shape change rather than be driven from one point to another by change. You've got to have the skills to build the teams that you'll need to make change happen, to transform the organizations within which you work. You'll need the communication skills, the persuasion skills to persuade others that it can change. But go with the change, not against it. Be adaptable. You'll have setbacks. We all have setbacks. Be resilient in rebounding from those setbacks. And make sure you've got the humility to learn from them. Other than that, set high standards. Don't compromise. Set high standards. And remember, with this ever more powerful technology that you have with you at your hands, and the power of human ingenuity, you have a promising base to build on. So beyond that, I'd conclude by saying, please do enjoy the day. For lots of you, this will be your only graduation. This will be the only occasion when you have your family and friends for graduation. Make sure it's a special day. Thank you very much. Now, you're sharing your graduation with someone else today, and that is a graduate of the university, whose name is Farid Suleiman, who is going to receive an honorary degree, an honorary doctorate this afternoon. We make a small number of awards of these special acknowledgements each year to people who have contributed significantly to business, to the arts, to the world of sport, to public life. And I'd like to invite my colleague, Professor Simon Mosey, to tell you why Farid Suleiman is receiving an honorary doctorate today. Simon.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honour for me to deliver this oration for Farid Suleiman, who has realised entrepreneurial success with a great deal of humility. It is particularly timely for Farid to be honoured this year, with our staff and students creating a record number of new businesses and the university winning Enterprise Zone status. Farid has been a great supporter of these activities at Nottingham, as he understands the importance of entrepreneurship as a driver of economic and social improvement. What is more, he also understands how entrepreneurship really works, through recognising new and valuable opportunities and then making them happen. Farid's life has been driven by this entrepreneurial spirit from the beginning. He was raised in a small village in Tanzania and realised that the key to improving his life and that of his family was through education. At 16 years of age, he made this point passionately and persuasively to his father. His father agreed and said to him that further education was the only way forward, but sadly, he couldn't afford to pay for it. So Farid seized his first opportunity. He began working every hour possible at a safari hotel, and as soon as he had enough money, he bought a plane ticket to the UK, where he planned to study A-levels. When he arrived, his sister was already here and provided invaluable support and somewhere to stay. He soon found gainful employment and worked hard to support himself through his studies. Following his A-levels, Farid had a dream to study aeronautical engineering at university, and his first choice was Imperial College in London. He also visited all of his other choices, and his final visit was to Nottingham. He arrived in Nottingham and was blown away by the campus. But at that time, the only course that Nottingham had to offer was production engineering. Which university should he choose? In Farid's words, "I chose Nottingham as their new course in business-based engineering was much more interesting than the older traditional engineering courses." Another opportunity seized. After graduation, Farid was simultaneously offered 2 positions. The first was in his area of study, working for a successful established firm, the Glacier Metal Company, in a factory in London. The second was in a smaller but fast-growing accountancy firm called Arthur Andersen, who were in desperate need for engineering talent but insisted that he retrain as an accountant. Rather than taking the safer option, Farid chose to take a risk and work in accountancy. Here he learnt many new things. He learnt that he didn't particularly like accountancy, but loved working with different companies and rekindled a fascination sparked during his degree about how best to organise companies to grow. The other benefit was international travel and the exciting world of mergers and acquisitions in London and New York at a time of great innovation coming out of Silicon Valley. He could have stayed at Arthur Andersen and worked his way up the corporate ladder, but he was much more excited by the disruption and change occurring in his client companies, and he was again given a choice. Should he join American Express, the world-famous credit card company, or a small, little-known media company called Infinity Broadcasting? He chose media and was central to them growing exponentially and eventually being so successful they were acquired by Viacom. Farid could not believe that he was being paid so handsomely for something that was so much fun. Again, Farid was offered a senior role in a large, successful organisation, but chose to move to one of the pioneers of private equity. Here, he helped small and innovative firms to grow and found that to be extremely rewarding. Now he is managing his own investment fund, Loxodonta Ventures, where they invest in companies that are innovative and scalable and make a positive social impact. He also enjoys a position on the board at Fairway, one of the first supermarkets in the US to adopt green and fair trade practices. Through his experiences, he has realized there is no reward without risk, and when faced with a safe option and a risky option, the choice is now obvious to him. Despite his tremendous success, he retains a humility, fascination, and joy in building new companies, and his driving force is to encourage others to share his passion. To paraphrase Arthur Schopenhauer, an entrepreneur hits the target no one else can see, and for me, that sums up Farid's unique talent. Vice-Chancellor, to you and to the whole congregation, I present Farid Solomon as eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Many congratulations. Thank you. Now it's your turn. So we'll proceed to the conferment of degrees and university awards. By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit those present here today and those in absentia. I'd like to invite my colleague, Professor Paul Haywoods, Dean of our Faculty of Social Sciences, to present the graduates in his faculty. Paul.
Vice-Chancellor, to you and to the congregation, I present these students in my faculty for the following university awards. For the undergraduate diploma, Business, Daryl Kim Wei Lim. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Contemporary Chinese Studies, Dominic England. Finance, Accounting and Management, Danica Narain. Geography, William Joseph Fieldhouse. Paul David Thomas. Management Studies, James Lewis. Social Work and Social Policy, Anna Fern Anderson. Jenna Bird. Leda Beth Carey. Gregory Francis Cunningham. Emma Dakers. Danielle Dunning. Tendai Florence Hove. Shirin Jordan. Ledmore Tandanani Madhow. Ellie Rose Mannix. Emilia Rebecca Schubert. Colette Tattersall. Tabitha Wayharrow. Daisy Weir Somerville. Sociology, Aaron Samuel Jackson. Emily Jessica Jakes. Laura Cazzetti Norman. Victoria Piper. Jessica Robinson. Ella Schofield. Edward Stuttard. Emma Jane Twigger. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business and Economy of Contemporary China, Li Yasui. Finance, Accounting and Management, Andreas Constantinou. Ranjit Parmar. Geography, Ben Hart. Rebecca Eve Lyons. George Wilkinson. Industrial Economics, Kapil Devji. John Henry O'Neill. Oliver Eric Rawlings. Management, Shanika Marie John. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Joint Honours, Sociology and Social Policy, Sophie Louise Manolito dos Santos. For the degree of Master in Science with Honours, Business and Economy of Contemporary China, Daniel Boswell. Lawrence Briggs. Luca Antonio Cunico. Yi Yang Gao. Asta Göster Teta. Xianxin Huang. Yin Hao Jin. Elliot Mayer. Thomas James Maynard. Benjamin Nicholson. Ishan Vivek Patel. James Platt. Jiambo Shi. Yang Shu. Krishan Kumar Sood. Richard Ian Swindell. Gun Wang. Eshan Yosef Lavi. Chen Jiang. Jiangyun Zhu. Contemporary Chinese Studies, Hope Deborah Rebecca Allsuch. Alexandra Bodjarovska. William Harvey. Lydia Humphrey. Andrew Rogers. Rachel Rovnick. Eleanor Chloe Jemima Shattock. Alice Elizabeth Stagg. Venetia Stanley. Emma Tate. Jonathan Robert Lawrence Turner. William George Leonard Turner. Melissa Kate Ward. William Henry Wellesby. Global Issues and Contemporary Chinese Studies, Teda Becker. William Warner Duncan. Alistair John Slaven. For the postgraduate diploma, Corporate Strategy and Governance, Inda Bient Simpson. Risk Management, Usman Mahmood. Zuaning Mei. Social Work, Adimbola Adebayo. Christina Godfrey. Nontando Nube. For the degree of Master of Arts, Contemporary Chinese Studies, Ronnie Leora Cohen. Environmental Management, Stuart Drake. Lindsay Melrose. Global Citizenship, Identities and Human Rights, Luke Abbott. Nellie Awad. Melissa Cowell. Zoe James. Rahul Karavadra. Marie-Christine Martins. Alexander David Stone. Thomas Weiser. Benjamin David Wright. International Social Policy, Yi Jung-gi. Rusa Amanda Yolk-Conin. Samuel Prestige. Libby Steele. Public Policy, Jiajun Bu. Anthony Chia Capale Jr. Edgar Jeremiah Odiambo. Heilong Sun. Research Methods Sociology, Catherine Ann Glenn. Benjamin Jacob Mathers. Social Work, Valeria Aquino. Tasmin Balin. Rominda Bazaz. Hannah Crowley Andrews. Julie Fancourt. Sophie Louise Ruth Napthine. Patricia Joan Shorrock. Mary Vine. Sophie Lauren Walker. Lindsay Wanless. Natalie Weissel. Laura Wilson. Rabia Zaman. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, William Taylor Avis Bear. Jude Bapu Tharakan. Nilanjan Basu. Jumeirah Binti Amri Lim. Rahul Chakraborty. Roberto Garrido. Megan Howard. Ying Liu. Elliot Peckett. Muhib Nur Rahman. Yusuf Jamal Tajuddin. Peng Fat Wang. Yuaju. Corporate Social Responsibility, Zulkifli bin Umar. Entrepreneurship, Husmukh Prakash. Raina Rashida Codrington. Sershin Jaffa. Anirudh Gupta. Regina Indaradi. Tony Pritchard. Bhuvan Thapar. Nishanth Damadaran Yathindranathan. Executive, Stephen Dorr. Jori Dekai. Finance, Mohammed Abdul Rahim Hassan Al-Kubati. Vivek Prataprao Gaj. Benedicta Dumkenechukwu Grandeur. Shrey Gupta. Agnes Wangichi Nyao. Eric Nyarko. For the degree of Master of Public Administration, Gemma Blackburn. Vonti Bright. Dengyiju Gu. Senyuan Liu. Fangxian Lua. Daniela Andrea Marc Fernandez. Yiming Tang. For the degree of Master of Science, Banking and Finance, Melike Belay. Onda Bostenche. Yangxian Sao. Chen Jun Han. Bingyu Li. Yuchu Li. Hao Liu. Pooja Ashwin Mehta. Tra Huang Nguyen. Dong Pham. Kiet Phi. Andrea Pilava. Zhirong Zhang. Zhiju. Banking and Financial Markets in Contemporary China, Qi Wen Huang. Hanxiang Chiang. Hangyu Lin. Zhong Liu. Yuan Liu. Don Chun Yu Nung. Yuan Yu. Jia Shi. Ranjana Rai. Yi Wen Sha. Goahua Sun. Guanlan Wang. Chang Yang. Di Yang. Shi Sun Yin. Mo Chao Yu. Yao Jiang. Xiaofei Zhuang. Fengji Zhu. Business and Economy of Contemporary China, Si Wenfeng. Manousos Kumpoulas. Yi Su. Ming Chen Wang. Meng Chao Ye. Business and Management, Mohmad Ibrahim Mohammed Abdin. Gashire Muchatuta. Sachin Premji. Konstantinos Raftis. Upasana Sharma. Mingyi Yang. Gunyang Yi. Corporate Social Responsibility, Lawrence Duncan Cox. Karina Hauptmann. Siwa Lam. Corporate Strategy and Governance, Wenzio Mu. Georgina Richards. Entrepreneurship, Amir Abu Hassan. Shiva Arora. Meika Chia. Meita Chia. Charles Duil de Benezet. Rory William French. Richard Gott. Mayank Kiran Kalantri. Yihan Lin. Jung Hyun Nyung. Paulina Rios Palafox. Tushar Sabharwal. Vaibhav Sachdev. Lucy Stanford. Nunthapon Tonsuthanluk. Aditya Rachmat Dwaipa Topani. Nathacha Wongjaturapat. Entrepreneurship with Sustainability, Eddie Chandra. Environmental History, Matias Alejandro González Marilican. Environmental Management, Lindsay Dean. Kaylee Foster. Amin Mohammed Tahir Hamad. Stephen Jones. Tom Keeley. Kenneth Anthony Masters. Joshua Wells. Finance and Investment, Samuel Andrews. Olaseni Banasco. Adrian Epps. Dushan Angelo Gomez. Zinuan Gu. Amit Gudka. Jing Ru He. Sukrita Jain. Kapo Kwok. Tianjing Lan. Ying Li. Zudong Liu. Joy Wangui Mubatia. Danny Nong. Ozioma Ruth Okocha. Hui Min Ong. Lin Peng. Gita Prisilfia Purnama. Priyanka Vijay Raipancholia. Rohin Shah. Jack Stokes. Fei Tan. Yezan Tokbolat. Andreas Xenofontas. Yang Xiao. Yibei Zua. Jiajia Yang. Jinkun Jiao. Financial Services and Society, Meng Tu. Geographical Information Science, Edward Emery Bagnall. Nicoletta Policarpou. Philip Prescott Ridley. Global Supply Chain Management Executive, Kevin Andrew Henry. Industrial Engineering and Operations Management, Mohammed Hachem Bouabid. Florian Butts. Jujun Sao. Mark Epps. International Business, Sarah Doherty. Alex James Jackson. Marius Michael Jensch. Sophie Leishon. Anshian Nguyen. Xin Yuan Ni. Anna Obolensky. Oliver Roston. Victoria Marie Shepherd. Owen Shirley. Nicholas Tauber. Jordan Wayne. Zuen Yong Wu. International Business with Chinese Business and Society, Maria Caneva. International Business with Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Sakshi Bajaj. Oluwa Damilola Essen. Ilya Ivanov. Christian Nickerson. Chandu Vishwanatha Reddy. International Business with Organizational Behavior and Human Resource Management, Xiaolin Zhang. Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Praise Avonio Caladorme. Divya Dasana Natarajan. Jihan Bhuton. Rosa Maria del Consuelo Covarrubias Carrillo. Rahul Dhanendran. Ming Yang Gao. Marisela González Puente. Raisa Pamela Abele Kukui Kudununu. Mauricio Mechero Rios. Management, Yuanshu Soy. Lu Feng. Lei Fu. Chang Lin Jie. Management in Contemporary China and Emerging Markets, Long Fei Chen. Tianjin Xu. Yingbo Sun. Andrea Tonini. Ziyi Wang. Jing Zhao. Marketing, Rana Al-Yafai. Jan Eric Benjamin Bittner. Yi Husuan Chu. Hakmana Priyangani Samanthika Galej. Emily Gleason. Zainab Seda Gulson. Maha Iftikhar. Gizem Isik. Laura Jacques. Victoria Komoksi. Shuk Man Guan. Edwina Lambourdière. Vanja Jeva. Disha Mehta. Makarios Farag Derias Mena. Jonathan Bryce Stimson. Yan Wang. Max Wilson. Operations Management, Abdulayla Fahad Alaydan. Si Ching Pun. Risk Management, Bingdia Chen. Domingo Antonio Doria. Abe Bukola Ibitamuno Dosanmu. Orimini Esu. Shong Fu. Jiahoi Liang. Haijing Liao. Kei Yan Liu. Jia Yu Lin. Hurvashi Persand Gujedher. Jun Tan. Yang Wu. Zhao Zhu Wu. Wen Long Zua. Irina Zubi. Supply Chain and Operations Management, Saad Ali Mohammed Al-Mazri. Mohammed Al-Kak. Rahed Fatih Bayessa. Fabiola Natasha Gomez Samo. Jingjing Ma. Naomi Samba. Sergio Eduardo Terán Vargas. Jamal Yaqub. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nottingham University Business School, James Bailey. D. Lower. Lucy Sitton Kent. School of Contemporary Chinese Studies, Hui Li Lo. School of Geography, Aluwakemi Balani Akinten. James Lyon Fenner. Rosemary Gilman. Timothy Ian Meadows. Lorraine Anthea Miller. Adjoa Afriye Poku. School of Sociology and Social Policy, Agnes Catherine Bezina. Yong Soo Kim. Lenka Pelechova. Aisha Rahim. Vice-Chancellor, I also present to you, for the degree of Master of Arts, Social Work, Alana Hughes. For the degree of Master of Science, International Business with Tourism, Gauri Jayant Bodke. For For the degree of Master of Science, Banking and Finance, Wency Lee. For the Postgraduate Diploma, Finance and Investment, Wazir Torabali. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Social Work and Social Policy, Mohammed Usman Ashraf.
I'd now like to invite Fareed Suleiman to address the congregation. Fareed.
Good afternoon, Vice Chancellor, faculty, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to congratulate all of the graduates and their proud parents on this very exciting day today. When I think back to the time when I first came here, I'm now convinced that it was a miracle that I was accepted here. It was an even bigger miracle that I graduated. I will forever be indebted to this fine, wonderful institution and the entire faculty. I'm not sure where I'd be today without my Nottingham education, so thank you very much. I've been asked to briefly share my experiences in business and if I have any advice for you. I am a little nervous as I've never before spoken to so many smart people in one room. My wife and family are in the audience here today, and I think they're even more nervous than I am. So for their sake and yours, I will be brief. My friend Elspeth Gilliffin suggested that some graduates might find my business experiences useful. When I asked her why, she said it will help demystify success in the business world because, as she said, if you can make it in the business world, then anybody can make it. Elspeth is 100% right. I realized very early on that there are no manuals or play-by-play book that guarantee success in business. If I had such a manual, I, of course, would not be sharing it with you today, but would offer to sell it to you for a very large upfront payment and a portion of your future earnings. And some of you would gladly pay me for it. The good news is that there is no mystery to the business world. Every one of you here is super qualified to succeed. All business inherently involves risk. So to succeed, you simply have to manage the risks to improve the probability of successful outcomes. I'll share with you some of my business practices that help me manage the risk. The primary requirement in business, as in life in general, is to be passionate about what you want to do. Business requires determination, smarts, relentless focus, and an attitude that failure is not an option. If you can demonstrate these qualities, you will always be profitably employed. Life is a lot easier when you wake up every morning and are excited about going to work. It also helps if you're working for people you admire. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, cut your losses and move on. It will only get worse. Frankly, I envy all of you as you seek out your opportunities in the business world. The business environment has never been more exciting, dynamic, and challenging. New technologies with fast-changing communications and logistics infrastructures are permanently disrupting old business models like media, telecommunications, and retail. And industries like financial services, energy distribution, energy management, healthcare, to name a few, are fertile grounds for new disruptive innovations. I believe it is important to think big in businesses. Get involved with businesses that are scalable for growth, businesses that are global. In business, the world is actually flat. And particularly, get involved with businesses that can be conducted on a mobile platform. Mobility is going to be even more critical, so think big, aim high. Do not get involved with businesses that are challenged. No matter how smart you are, good management cannot make up for eroding fundamentals. Risk management requires both analytical skills as well as what I call street smarts. You don't have to be the guy with the highest IQ to succeed. I have never lost out in business to people who had a higher IQ than me. Business is pretty simple. I found that I had an advantage over some Ivy League MBAs because I knew business basics like how to hire and manage people, prepare payroll, and understand financial statements. In fact, the most important entrepreneurial lesson I learned was working as a teenager in my father's store in Tanzania. My father would always count the money in his till at the beginning of the day and again at the end of the day. If there was more money in the till at the end of the day, it was a successful day. I have used that philosophy all the time in all my business dealings. So simple strategies like making sure your long-term revenues grow faster than expenses is more useful than solving equations with Greek letters. A question I'm often asked is whether it is easier to succeed in small or large businesses. I personally found smaller companies do provide a better quality and a better overall entrepreneurial environment compared to large multinationals, unless, of course, when I was running the large corporation. You will all have to find your own comfort zone, as there is no right or wrong. Another very important attribute that I learned is that it is critical to be completely ethical in all your business dealings. This is the case with competitors, vendors, customers, as well as employees. I'm not just saying that because being ethical is morally the right thing to do. It actually makes for a far more profitable and, more importantly, a more sustainable business model. It also helps you sleep at night. I think it was Warren Buffett who said that in looking for people to hire, you look for three qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if you don't have the first, the other two will kill your business. If you need to hire someone without integrity, you want them to be dumb and lazy. So unless you want to be an investment banker, I suggest you put integrity right up front. Finally, it is important in business to be greedy. Risk and reward go hand in hand. If your employer or investor ever tells you that money is not everything, they're lying to you. That is nonsense that is only said by people who have more money than you. As the French economist Thomas Piketty has pointed out, wealth comes from income, from wealth and labor. So you have to get income from capital also. You have to make sure that you get paid in both currencies. So for all of you budding entrepreneurs, make sure you get paid in cash and in equity. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with an Albert Einstein quote. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best success.
Free, thank you for those wise words, which our graduates can take away with them. Sorry, graduates now. Before I close the ceremony, I'd like to do three things. First of all, congratulate everyone again for their awards today, and to wish you the very best of good fortune wherever you go next. Many of you go to other parts of the world. Some of you will stay here in Nottingham and actually continue with research. Whatever you do, make the best of your good fortune and make the best of your ill fortune. Secondly, today, other than those who are staying on, you're all leaving quite a big Nottingham community. 45,000 students worldwide between Nottingham, UK, Nottingham, China, and Nottingham, Malaysia. But you're actually joining a much bigger community. The alumni community, almost 250,000 strong worldwide. A ready-made network of people that have something in common with you. They all graduated from the University of Nottingham. So it's a fabulous way of maintaining your existing friendships, building new friendships, developing friendship groups that link with whether you're in public service, whether you're in business, whether you're in the health service, whether you're in education. It's also a network for keeping in touch with what's happening here. And I hope you'll continue to take an interest in what's happening here. I hope you'll continue to support it in various ways. Help us recruit the best students. When we've got those students, help us by offering yourselves as role models, as mentors, as e-mentors. And do participate in the range of alumni events that take place pretty well every week of every year across the globe. Finally, before closing, I'd like to ask all of the new graduates to stand, please. So I said at the outset that we were here for a single purpose, to celebrate your accomplishments, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that. But you'll know better than I that hard as you have worked, you've not got there alone. You've relied on the broader university community, you've relied on each other, but you've also relied on the broader university community, your tutors, your supervisors, your technicians, the people that make these events possible, the people that run our sports facilities, the people that run your catering facilities, run your halls, etc. And then there's all of the other members of the congregation who are still seated. And you'll know that, in fact, they've helped you even more, because these are the people that sustained you emotionally and financially over such a long period, and without whom today just wouldn't have been possible. So here's a fabulous opportunity for you to thank them very publicly for what they've done for you. Please. Thank you. So now go out and make your parents and your families and your friends even more proud, and make us even more proud. Can I ask the rest of the congregation to stand, please? I now declare this ceremony closed, and we'll play the national anthem to conclude it. Thank you.